Hello everyone, Mr. Simple Majority, and welcome back to Simple Plays. Alright guys, so we're going to get started with automation today. That starts here. We're going to make heat lamps. So 8 firezite plus 1 gold ingot will get you 4 heat lamps. You also need 2 portacali crystal runes. And this being... I need to develop, whatchamacallits, lumen turrets. Big time. That's gonna be next. That's gonna be somewhere in the end. Actually, I might do that while I'm doing processing. So, anyway, this being north, you're gonna go 2 west, 2 east, and then -1 from the casting table. There we go. And there we go. Nice. So these lovely guys, their job is to keep the fermenters warm through the night, and that will keep production speed up through the night as well. So let's put those runes away. Oops, those weren't runes. There we go. And okay, cool. So let's go put that up real quick. Now the quarry is running. Is already running and doing really well, might add. I actually did craft a chunk loader, and that's actually covering the entire base area. But then I was running into an issue, so that's why I did that. So I'll put these here on the ceiling. Now they need to be 1 block from the whatchamacallit, so be aware of that. Okay, and that'll keep the temperatures at a nice comfortable level. So, cool. That said, we're going to be doing auto crafting today. No, parts go here. And what we're going to need to do is, I changed the whatchamacallit, that building so that it would look a little nicer, where I put the heat lamps, because otherwise I'd have the stone blocks sitting right over top of glass. It doesn't look right. Okay, so I just knocked them out. Alright, so what we're going to do today is craft the auto crafting system. So that's going to start with, we're going to need at least 1 crafting, or we're going to need 3 crafting units in total. We're going to need 1 for the co-processing unit, and I'm going to make a 4K unit, storage unit, and then the crafting monitor. After that, we're going to want a molecular assembler and 4 ME interfaces right here. So so I'm going to get to that, and these are very simple to make. You're going to need 2 calculation processors, a logic processor, 4 iron, 2 flux, and like I said, you're going to need at least 3 of these. So coprocessor is going to be an engineering processor plus crafting unit. The 4K will be a 4K cell plus the crafting unit, and then finally the monitor is a screen plus the crafting unit. So, alright, so I'm going to get to it and we'll be back. Alright guys, we're back, and using temporary wiring, I've got the crafting system in place. It's literally, like I said, processor, and then the memory and crafting monitor, which I actually am foobarred. It's actually a storage. Here it is. ME storage monitor, which is a level emitter plus an illuminated panel. The emitter is just a calculation processor, redstone torch, blah blah blah. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to put the first of the ME systems, and I'm going to work my way out from back to front. That is 8 deep, 4 times 8, 32 ME interfaces, and then 8 molecular assemblers. Oof, yeah, they'll be fast. Hey, wait. So, anyway, I'm using temporary, just standard flux cable to connect these so we can get our auto crafting underway. Then from there, I'll get, one of the first things I'm going to do is teach it how to make quartz fiber, and a few other things. In fact, I'm going to move the pulverizer downstairs and tap in a temporary system for that, just for now, because we need to get pulverizing the Certus dust and all that good stuff. So, alright, next on the agenda, we'll need 1 molecular assembler and then 4 of the ME interfaces. Now, the molecular assembler is a formation plus annihilation core, 2 quartz glass, crafting table, and 4 iron. So, and then the ME interfaces are very simple as well. 2 glass, regular glass, another formation and annihilation core, which I think I made a couple 3 of those, so we should be okay on that. Alright, so I'm going to wire those in, and what we'll do is come back, I think. Let's see, depends on how quickly I get this and if I've got all the processors for this, so. There's the molecular assembler. Yay. And just one ME interface. Dog it. What was it? What am I missing? Annihilation. And I'm going to make some formations while I'm at it too. I'm going to make some formations while I'm at it too. There. Okay, now we should be able to make the other 3. 2. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. So, I did do a test to make sure this would all work. Eventually this will actually be a dense cable, and you can actually run dense cable right into the molecular assembler line. So what I'm going to do is put this here, that there, and a torch right behind it to keep everything nice and lit up so we don't get no bats. And then simply pop that in the middle. Now it is receiving connection, obviously, because you can see that's glowing. Cool. Awesome. Now we can focus on the next step, which is we're going to need the pattern interface terminal and our pattern terminal and ME interface terminal. So, alright, the pattern terminal, if I'm not mistaken, is a crafting terminal plus, yeah, ME crafting terminal plus an engineer processor. So we'll need to make the ME terminal first, crafting terminal second, and woohoo, there we go. Finally, we should be able to. Nope, I gotta make an engineering processor. God, it's gonna be so nice once we get all this stuff integrated. Oh. Diamonds, would you please? Thank you. And silicon, redstone. So like I said, what I'm going to do is move the pulverizer. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to move the pulverizer or just simply run a wire over to it so I can get some automation on that. And it's just for the time being, because once we get the network laid out, there we go, then things will move a lot smoother. I can start replacing this stuff, move that ender chest to a location, and so on. So I'm going to start with 5 computers, and then the, you know, like I said, 8 times 4 worth of 32 ME interfaces, and then I can expand outwards on the wall if I need to. So, the idea. Alright, you should be done. Yay. And, oops, you go here. And there's the pattern terminal. Woo! Crafting Maestro. Gonna need some ME cable. So we'll go like that and like that there. Tap you there. And then we need the ME interface, which is you. So I need another interface, engineering processor, and illuminated panel. I knew I was going to need like 2 of these. Gosh doggone. Okay, you, and Yeah, and you. Okay, run those downstairs. Then while that's cooking, we'll quickly start making patterns. Now, the pattern is actually the first one you want to make. Oh, where'd it go? I always can never... There it is. It's 3 iron, assertives, 3 glowstone, 2 quartz glass. And I always, of course, use regular assertives. Don't waste your pures. Make it... Woohoo! 3! Awesome. That's okay, because I'm going to teach it the 3 most basic recipes. How to make quartz glass. How to make... the encoded pattern. And then we can start making more of those, so... Alright, engineering should be done. There we go. And then from there, it really explodes. So, put you back in there. Okay, back up here. Put that up. I don't think I have any more panels, though. I think I'm all paneled out. We'll see. But I think, yeah, I'm all paneled out. Darn. And I need to get quartz glass. Okay. Now we can make the ME interface terminal. Perfect. And we'll just tap that guy right there. Drop our code and blank patterns in. And the first thing, like I said, you're going to want to teach it is how to make the quartz glass. So it's automatically defaulting to the assertives. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing. Let's see how much nether quartz I got. I got 83 and 305. There we go. Encode. Okay, next I want to teach it how to make the blank pattern. Now, because I already have one whatchamacallit in here, quartz, I should be able to do this. Take out that and then put in this. Okay, encode. There we go. Now we can just drop this into the molecular assembler. 1 in number 2. And now I should be able to call up, well, depending on how much material I have, I should be able to call up the blank patterns. Should. Oh, there it is. I'm just not used to seeing that little in here. Let's see if I can get up to 64. I should have one, so 63. So it's missing the Certus dust, 77 units. And it's missing iron. So grab a couple stacks of you. And I hate to do this to the iron. How much iron do I even have at this point? 58. Oh man. I don't know. I might not have enough of this, Jimmy. Let's toss that in there. While that's cooking, we'll take a quick run around the base. So, got the fuel room all set up except for the automation bit of it. And I'm going to have to just run in my cables and such. I need to put a item conduit between these. Don't waste channels when you don't have to. So I'm going to put an item conduit between these 2 points. That'll let me move the yeast over here to this machine. And then front input to bring in the leaf blocks. And then a front input for the whatchamacallits. The dirt. Side input for the sugar, which we'll put a crafting card on. And then we'll have the output for the system right here on the right. Now remember, this needs to have redstone. Well, I've got a way to get that working, so don't worry. So beyond that, over here also got some of the processing room set up. I went ahead and built 7. So these 3 will be for general ore production. This one here is, no, these 4. This one here is going to be yellow room production. And then, actually I need to remove you. You don't need to exist. Alright, I'll put the wood thing back in there. What I'll do is I'll have a side output which will connect up to our front output that connects here to a furnace, and that'll produce the uranium, and then an output of whatchamacallit, not an output but an input. Really I can go front and then have a side the import to bring it in. This one here is going to be dedicated for lubricant, and then we'll have our furnace line over here, so for any production else that we need. So and like I said, this all starts in phases. So right now we're getting basic auto crafting up. That's going to be the wires, getting all the wire work done and all the preliminary stuff out of the way. Phase 2 is to wire up this farm. It's going to craft the harvesters, and right now primarily I want to get sugarcane and canola hooked up. The tree farm, I want to get these 4 barrels hooked up, as well as this barrel. I don't need to worry about the saplings. I care less about saplings, because that's just basically production here for this. So I'm not worried about that so much. Okay, so we should have some iron done. Yeah, it's getting there. Okay. Start cooking that up. I'll throw that in here. The only downside of this is having to wait. So why don't we come back once I get all the nether quartz and stuff done. Alright guys, we're back. And let's wrap this thing up with a neat bow tie. Turn that back off. I was playing around and testing a theory that I have. It didn't work out, so I'm not even going to talk about it. No point to it. Alright, back to what I was doing though. Now, we've got the basics, so we can make more of those. Now we need to teach it how to make quartz fiber, so we can start making our wires. So 6 glass, plus any type of... You know what, I'm going to let it do this instead, because I can... Now the quarry up and running, that shouldn't be too big of a deal. So we'll go ahead and drop that in the molecular assembler. Go ahead and chew that up, because we're going to need that soon. So now that we've taught it that, then we're going to teach it basic, how to make flux cable. Now this I definitely will replace. I don't, nope, There we go. And then we're going to teach it how to make covered cable from there, which, right here, just a flux cable plus a piece of wool. Then from that, we'll teach it how to make dense cable. So we'll go with the flux, and that's 4 covered cable, redstone, and glowstone. Oh, I don't have these cables. Well, guess what? If you just simply drag a block, 4, there we go, drop that back there, and there you go. Nice! I also want to teach you how to make smart cable. That's just a smart decision. No pun intended. Oh, because, okay. There you go. Now we'll drop those on the system. Unfortunately, you can't shift click these in. Kind of sucks, but I can understand why. Now that we got those done, we'll switch to... well, first off, what I'd like to teach it is how to make that storage monitor for the crafting unit. So we need to first teach it how to make an illuminated panel. Then teach it how to make a level emitter. And then of course the storage monitor itself. And again, just drag the level emitter out, drop it, and encode it. This way we can craft all the stuff we're going to need on demand. So next we're going to teach it how to make the 4K cell at the moment. There we go. So we're going to need to teach it how to make a 1K cell. Then the 4K cell, and actually, oops, that was a spatial. In actuality, you can actually get away with just doing it like this. Just drag the 1Ks out, 1, 2, 3, boom. Oh yeah, I can't drop that in there. And you can even do the 16Ks the same way. So 16K. And then just grab the components you need. So we're going to need 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it was an engineering processor. Yeah. And an engineering processor gets you to that. And then the 64K is 3/16, another engineering processor. See, I don't even have to put it back in there because it knows that I was using that, so nice. So now I've taught it how to make all that. It will be very easy to craft up the cells. Because believe me, it took a very long time to craft 10 16K cells. And that's what's in here right now. It's 10 16K cells, and it took a lot of time to get there. And I'm only on the 4th cell, so I decided it's like, you know what, I better like this, go big or go home, so. Alright. Now that we got those encoded, then we can teach it how to make the crafting computer. Starting with the crafting unit. And then the CPU. But we don't have either or, so we'll grab you. Drop you there. Drop there. And then of course I can teach it the 4Ks. Now I usually do the 4Ks and eventually like 2 of them I'll do 16K. It doesn't really matter other than if you're doing a lot of pattern encoding, like a huge project, let's say 10,000 stone blocks, then yeah, you're probably going to need a lot more. So is that the 4K? Yep. Last is the storage interface, or the monitor, and just grab the monitor and drop. Boop. There we go. Nice. Put these guys in there. And now we can craft our CPUs on demand. Except we can't because we haven't made a way to connect the whatchamacallits up. Last is the ME interface. And we'll need to teach it how to make the formation cores and all that as well. So, formation core. And if you really want to get technical, no, sorry, that's the annihilation core. All you gotta do is drop that off and then grab your Certus. Was it charged? There we go. And there's your formation core. Everything else stays the same. Alright. So we'll drop these guys right where they belong. And now we should hopefully be able to make the ME interfaces that we need. And we're going to need 3. Yes, I can. Cool. While that's cooking those up, we're going to need to also make import buses. Right here. Which is a sticky piston, 2 iron, and annihilation core. Now, teach the piston. And I'm going to grab some rubber. Because you know what? It's funny because I went out to that slime island. It's like, oh man, I need more slime. And I forgot rubber works as a sticky piston. Silly me. So, we'll drop these guys in there. And then, try that again. Sticky piston. And of course it's going to find that, but it's not going to find the piston because I didn't make a piston, so... Just grab that, drop that there. Sticky piston. Nice. And you can see I'm almost full, but we're almost there too. Okay, so now we can teach it this. Oops, I forgot to read what it was. I know we need a sticky piston. Yeah, annihilation core. So I'll get the annihilation core first. Then we'll close that off. We just have one last item to make, guys, and then we're done. We can start to get really into the automation of it, so. Okay, sticky piston. There you go. Boom, boom. Okay, and is that it? Nah, one more thing. One more thing. And that is the molecular assembler, because we're going to need to expand. So first, teach it how to make a chest. Oops. Where's my blank patterns? Look how quick I went through those. I have 41 left. Okay, and now that's the formation, so I need an annihilation. There we go. So now we have literally all the patterns we need to do this. Alright, so if I call up, I already did 3 whatchamacallits, ME interfaces. There's those. And I'm going to craft them again and turn them into, oops, wrong terminal. I'm just going to take these and turn them into the flat panels. And then all we need is the ME imports. So, let me find those ME imports. Can I make them? Yes, I can. Cool. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So let's head downstairs. And again, it's going to have to stay on the temporary system until there. It's just going to be on the temporary system until we get our cables up and running. Okay, so now the reason I did what I just did is because we're going to need to hook in our interface. So in fact, I'm going to dip this down. Actually, shouldn't do this. What I should do is like this. Come on, thank you. We'll hook this up in a minute. All right, so ME import on the side, interface on the bottom. Yeah, because I'll cover it up later. So pop this one out. Import side, bottom. We'll have to do the sides first. And bottom. Grab our cables, start running those back. Hook that one up. And I need one more cable. Dog it. Okay. Now I can go ahead and hook this up like I wanted it. There we go. Alright, so we should have 2, 4, 6. Should be good. Online. Online. Correct. Mundo. Yes. Okay. Correct. Sleeping, so that's good. Okay. Cool. Now all we gotta do is tell it how to make the processors, and then we're good to go. But that, we're going to need to switch to this mode. So what we're going to want to do is tell it how to make all three processors, not 4. So do I have any logic? First grab gold. I don't think I have any logics left. I don't. That's okay. 'Tis not a problem. Silicon and redstone, and then simply grab a logic processor from here, drop it there. Oh, no, 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 no. I just want one. No, not 64. It wants to do 64. It's not going to get 64. Alright. Plan B. That's not going to work. Silicon. Actually, I should do 2 silicon, 2 redstone, 1 gold, 1 diamond. Because I don't have... There. I don't have an engineering processor either, so... There you go. There you go. That actually should automatically import, I believe. Why is that in there? Did it automatically import it? I mean, if it did, that's cool, but I have an extra. Grab that. Well, I don't see the logic. Where'd the... You know what? It took it out. That's why we have whatchamacallit. We'll just put this right into the machine, let it press. It took it out because it's like, okay, I'll pull everything out. The gold didn't get pulled in right away. See how like quickly got pulled in that time? So what I want to do is... Ah, it got away from me. And I'm betting diamond did the same thing. No, looks like the engineering went right in. So let's grab our engineering processor. And our logic. We'll go ahead and finish up the schematic. So you go here, encode, and take you out, replace you with a pure, and you out. And drop you here. There's the pure, and then finally the diamond. Oops. Great. You out, put you here. And there we go. Perfect. Now we just gotta go down here and put these in the chests. Because they all say chest, you can't figure out which one's which, so logic goes here. Calc goes here. And engineering. Then tell it only export engineering, only export calculation, and only export logic, and that'll seal that system up. That way you don't have an accidental items being pulled back into your network. Perfect. So now we have all the wires, all the basic stuff. The last thing I need to craft is the export bus, which is a piston, formation core, 2 iron ingots. And that's going to be important for the machine room. Actually, we got one more thing left. And I know we're close on our video, so I is watching. Piston. Wait, I'm on the crafting terminal. Wrong terminal. Okay, switch back to processing mode and export. This way I don't have to go through this again. There, because it already has everything but the piston, so. Alright. So the piston. There we go. Perfect. No, yeah, one more thing, and that's storage. We're going to want the storage bus. Right here. Which is a sticky plus a piston and an ME interface. And of course I have none of the 3. No problem. So, sticky, piston, interface. And there we go. That's all of them. Oh, you know what? No. I'm just keep finding stuff, guys. We also need a P2P. Because this is essential for everything. So we got 2 more recipes to code. We need the P2P ME, which is the core recipe. It's 3 iron engineering processor, and then 3 SERDES or pure SERDES, which we're never going to use pure SERDES for that. We can always use good old flux. I'm sorry, pure flux, not SERDES. So there's that. And we'll also need the memory card, I think it's called. Yes, it is. Which is 2 gold, redstone, 2 iron, and a count processor. There we go. And now we are officially finished with the build, with the auto crafting part. So between the episodes, I'm going to start by wiring up, getting the wires out in the proper places. We're going to need a wire out, a dense channel running here to the farm, right in here, so we can start that crafting. A dense channel running to the fuel production, and a dense channel running to the material production, and then one more channel coming over here to hook up on the storage bus for these guys here. So I need a total of 4 channels running this way. I'm just sitting there thinking I probably should put the farm channel on the southern road, that way it can connect up for that blast furnace, and then have the production line go this way plus storage bus line this way. So what I'll do between the episodes is start wiring up, running my wires. I'm going to start in here by fixing the channel wires inside here so that everything is proper and right, and instead of a bunch of flux cable running around, I'll have our basic ones. Also craft a ME interface and an ME interface and a import bus, and then I'll code the patterns to make the seeds for the crystal growth chamber, and then I'll also code the pattern to make pure flux or the flux crystals as well, so that way we have production here. So yeah, I think that's about all there is. Got a lot accomplished today here, and not a lot because these are almost completely full now, so I'm gonna need to craft out another couple of rings to add on to that, and maybe even a secondary crafting processor. So we'll come back next time, finish up auto crafting, and get the production lines all hooked up. And I think we're going to spend the rest of the video playing around in Chromaticraft. So, until then, this is Mr. Simple Majority signing off. I hope y'all enjoyed the episode, and I thank you for watching. We'll see y'all real soon.